Danke. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm going to do a commentary on this custom Platinum Survival with a perfect completion with Alex, known here as
Yes.
Longshot 916, and two German friends. I'm going to show you how I approach a Platinum 7 run like this. Now right off the bat over here, we don't have to purchase all 7 modifiers, but we can purchase the first 3 Nightmare Hazards, which is the Eyes, the Disciples, and the Fire Spirits, because it does not affect Wave 0. But you just got to remember to purchase it before you capture the last zone and the proper match begins. So we do this so we can have an easier time clearing the enemies in Wave 0.
Tame is dead. Now we should be good.
And so here I'm going to explain the build that I use with the Ronin. In the guide that I recently wrote, I suggested a lot of cooldowns, and it's quite close to what I recommend, except that I use all cooldowns on my Stealth Charm, cooldown reduction on kill, same thing on my Spirit Kunai and my Smoke. The reason I do this is so that I can get as much cooldown as possible and to provide as much smoke as I can to my teammates, so the aggressive enemies don't attack as much as they could compared to when you are exposed without the smoke. So if you see throughout the run, you'll notice that my Spirit Kunai and my Smoke Bomb recovers back very quickly. It's because of the cooldown build that I play here. And another thing is I don't play with Moonmaster Cancel here. It's just a personal choice because my thumb was a little sore and I thought I could, do quite well with a Watermaster Katana. And I ran with a perfect parry window and Oni damage. Oni damage is important so that when I throw a concussion bomb or black powder bomb, it affects them as well. So that's the katana that I ran with. Another thing I ran with this build is my bomb packs. I run with blast radius and status effect duration. The duration is important so that when I throw a flash bomb, the enemies are stunned for a longer period of time. That way, that allows my teammates to attack the enemies without getting retaliation from the enemies. And so now the match is about to begin. I purchased the last 4 modifiers, and this is where chaos will start to begin. Here, the first wave, I'll stick with Alex. He's playing a really good assassin here. So we did not play 2 hunters, 2 Ronins, but we played 2 Ronins, 1 hunter and 1 assassin, which is fine. He's running a blowgun, so he can also contribute to the headshot damage in the next wave. So as you can see, the first wave was the mine, which our 2 German friends went through. And the second spawn, it's me and Alex here at the camp. We split up in pairs. And just as the enemy is about to approach, I drop a smoke bomb to provide cover for the both of us. And
I got him.
Now we're about to clear. Okay, this is done. I do a Soothing Breath ultimate, even though everybody has a decent amount of health, but from my experience with empowered foes and aggressive foes, they hit really hard and really quickly, and anybody's health can just go down in an instant. So I play with 5 resolve, and I'll try to use my Soothing Breath ultimate as much as possible in a safe zone. Okay, so now we see that the outpost might be a little crowded, so we'll lend some support, but we also try not to use smoke. We need to save it for the next wave. Okay, the first wave we go through quite fine, and now we split up again. Alex and I head up to the camp. Second wave begins at the outpost, which is perfect because our hunter teammate is over there. Here I come down to weaken this disciple because she is in a really troublesome spot. So I'll weaken her, and I'll only kill her if the next wave is the camp. And it's not, so both of us head down the mine. You'll notice how we go down by the slope facing the outpost because of that roaming red eye. And I communicated with Alex here. I told him that the disciple's behind, so he went down, dropped the smoke, provide cover for both of us, and I'll wait for his signal to say that the disciple is dead before I start attacking.
I got a watcher.
And that's how we managed to clear mine that easily. The smoke bomb is so essential here. And again, even though our health is pretty healthy, I just use my ultimate. Because for Ronin, if you have the right build, the right cooldown build, and you attack more enemies with the concussion bombs, it's very easy to rebuild your resolve. So I had nearly 5 resolve, I'll just use it and keep everybody's health as high as possible. Now over here, when I swing from the camp to the outpost, I was very careful with that red eye over there, because if I landed on this shelter which I'm climbing right now, if I landed there, I could have easily been trapped by the red eye, and I will be terribly exposed by the fire spirit. So be careful whenever you swing down from the camp to the outpost. And now this is the third wave, the boss wave. The first spawn is the outpost, which Sofian and Chrissy here, they will deal with it. Alex and I will wait for the second wave, second spawn.
There he is, I see him.
And it turns out to be the camp.
Yeah,
So
in the tent.
none of us dropped the smoke yet. We wait for them to come a bit closer so that we can extend the smoke coverage as much as possible. So now we see that the enemies are getting closer. That's where I drop the first smoke, and then we begin our assault. So as you can see, my first smoke that I dropped earlier has expired. Alex dropped his smoke, and I did my ult, all in the safe zone at the camp. This is very important, especially for hunters and for Ronins. Before you execute your ultimate, try your very best to do it in a smoke bomb. If you don't have a smoke bomb, you are very exposed to every sort of enemy attacks, whether it is from range or in close quarters. So try to do your ult as much as possible in a smoke bomb. Now in this part, Alex and I cleared the second spawn at the camp, so we head down to the outpost to lend a helping hand, some support, but at the same time we try our very best not to use the smoke bomb, because we need to save it for the next wave, wave 4, which is a very troublesome wave. As you can see, as soon as the boss wave ended, I wasted no time to rest. I head straight to purchase the health regeneration gift. There are 2 gift shops, one at the outpost and one between the camp and the mine. So I went straight to purchase it, and Chrissy and Sofian here, they stay at the outpost. I told them to kill the disciple, just in case the first wave is at the outpost. While Alex and I, we hide out at the spot between the camp and the mine. So I told him to kill the disciple at both sides if possible.
I'm over here.
And the first wave turns out to be the outpost. So Sofian and Chrissy there will deal with that. Be careful, because the bonus here is to kill enemies inside the defense zone, and for wave 4 first spawn, there are 2 crow demons, so you have to be very well prepared for this wave. Try to conserve your smoke bomb in the third wave, and right after the boss wave is over, go straight to purchasing health regen. So if you really need to, you can pop the health regen as soon as you're being attacked by the crow demons. So The second, and I think this is the second and third spawn, both at the mine, which is perfect for us. So we just waited for them to crowd in the zone, and then we start attacking them.
What? Here, smoke.
Oh shit.
Now I'm not sure if you heard that, but Alex told me, he just told
I
me
didn't
that
hear
he
anything.
dropped the smoke
I got him.
at the safe spot. So this is very essential for every member of the team.
too.
Whenever you drop a smoke, drop it at the safe zone. Everybody must be in sync with that. So whenever you need to do an ult, you need to start attacking enemies, it's always in the safe zone. Refer to the guide that I've written with the illustration to see where to drop your smoke bomb. And I made a small error earlier, so it turns out to be outpost, mine outpost, so the third wave turned out to be the outpost. And it looks like we are
If it's
only
mine,
just
we'll go to mine.
4 short of
Chris, you
completing the
have to also-
bonus, so this is a very good progress for us.
We're up. I'm gonna get
And
the second.
yeah, the first wave incoming is the camp. So here we are waiting at the safe zone. We wait for them to come a little closer before we drop our smoke bomb. Okay, there's some invisible enemies. We split out. Almost there. I use my Way of the Flame to start attacking the Oni Lords. And there you go.
Got him.
Bonus done. And that's a relief. Now see how I use the ultimate at the safe zone after knowing that the
We got
the
it.
camp is clear.
Behind us.
And then off we go to the outpost to lend a hand. See how I always, whenever I come to any zone, I will go straight for the safe zone, safe spot here. So there's quite a fair bit of enemies. I drop a smoke for all of us.
There's,
Everybody
okay,
stays
thank
here.
you.
See how everybody stays here and attack from range. This is the way to defend
I have-
and defend the zone and attack an enemy.
So
Stay
this
at
one
the safe
has
zone.
got Bruce's
Now the
helmets
next
and
boss
I think,
wave.
Teleporting ghost helmet.
Oh,
The ghost Onis that have
Archers?
helmets. Yes.
archers or those?
So here
the
the
only ghost
first
archers that
spawn
have
was
helmets.
the mine,
Alright.
and
Bruce have
I
helmets
knew
too, the
Alex
ghost does.
will have his smoke bomb, so
Yep. I got him.
he and I will go there first. I pinged the disciple, and he knows exactly
He's dead.
what we
Yep.
need to do. So here he comes, smoke at the safe zone. Disciple is dead, so we can commence our attack as soon as possible. And
He's
I
dead.
think the second spawn is also the mine, which is fine. We stay here, and
Yeah, we do.
if we are feeling overwhelmed, Chris and Sofian the other team could come here and lend a hand, but seems like we managed
Alright,
quite
okay.
fine. So
I'm
when
gonna point them off.
when Alex's smoke starts
I
to
got him.
expire, I'll drop mine to cover
I'm
ourselves,
gonna get hit.
and this is how we start
Nope, I'm
to
good.
manage
For
the
now.
zone quite well on our own.
I don't have smoke.
So you see at this point, Alex tells me he doesn't have his smoke.
Oh,
It's not
I'm going
cooled
in
out
gold.
yet. So did I? Mine is not cooled down yet as well.
Got him.
So
I got him.
my point
never mind,
I'm
never
trying to
mind.
say here is communication is key. Alex and I are partners in wherever we go. We're buddies,
I
so
just,
he has to tell me what he have and what he doesn't have, and I'll try to be more careful
still have the,
without
The
any
regen.
smoke bomb for us. And yeah, so it turns out fine. We managed 2 waves on our own, and we got through the boss waves. The bonus
Yep.
objectives from here
8.2
is a
kind of
little
points.
easier. The
It should
next one,
be-
if I remember
it should be
correctly, is
July
Ghost Weapon
again.
Kill. So there are
Yeah,
2
I'll get
Ronins
it.
and an Assassin. We have lots of Ghost Weapons to do the bonus very easily.
Thank you. Okay, we're up.
I have my smoke now.
Unser ist
Okay.
unter der
So
Treppe.
again here,
I'm
the
watching
first
the
spawn
other
is
characters,
the
one.
mine, and right off the bat I tell Alex I have
Yep,
my
now.
smoke ready, and so that he will not smoke the same time as I do, and then limit our smoke bomb coverage. So as the enemies get closer, I drop my smoke first.
Got him.
He got rid of the disciple.
get the archer.
See how we work as a team? I'll drop the smoke, he'll take care of the disciple, and then that's how we tackle the wave.
Here, smoke.
And now we have another mine spawn, and this is how we communicate. He tells me he's going to drop a smoke, and then I'll seek coverage in that smoke, and I'll do my attack and my ultimate all within the smoke, so that we can stay safe and conceal ourselves from all enemy attacks, and see how we are able to deal with the mine
Never
and
mind.
enemies that
thought it
easily.
was- it was a
And I
di-
think
it
we
was
did
a
bonus
dying,
objectives as well.
enemy
It's not
shadow.
a big issue when you have two Ronins with Spirit Kunais. I'm pretty sure Alex
fair,
here
I don't
has
have my
Spirit Kunai
glasses
as well,
on.
because cooldowns are so essential in Platinum 7 runs.
You guys
So
have
this
smoke?
one's a tough one.
No. The next
Just well, the first one's fine. The second one's got a Tengu.
one. Yeah.
We'll
So
go there.
wave 8
Don't
begins,
test it.
and we are always mindful of the Crow Demons.
Here,
The
here,
Crow
here.
Demons come at the second spawn, which is now
mind.
coming towards us in the mine.
I don't have them.
And
I got the
see,
crows.
now when they get closer, then I'll drop my smoke. And the first enemy that we target is obviously the Crow Demons, because they are troublesome.
Here
I
you
don't
go.
think anybody likes them at all.
I oh, help me. There we go.
Ooh, I ran
Oh.
out.
I'll get him.
Concussion.
Camp.
Camp.
Camp. Okay, we're going.
Let's go.
We're going to.
Okay,
No.
you can stay here, Benny.
Don't climb that way. Take the long way out. Don't worry, we'll cover you.
Okay.
Take the long way. Okay.
Yeah, I got it. It's alright. Yeah.
I got
that's,
her.
Alex,
Yep.
go buy health regen if you can.
Yep.
And then go pick up bombs and everything.
Now for wave 9, as you all know now, it's the Crow Demon waves. So when you, during this time, when the timer is counting down, go stock up on bombs and arrows. Don't compromise. There's 6 ammo pickups throughout the whole map.
I got
Go
it. right
straight
now.
for it. And my suggestion for the team is for all 4 of us to
I'm
go
here, I'm on my
straight
way.
for the first spawn, because there's only one Crow Demon, and try your best not to use a smoke, not to waste a smoke, because it's only one Crow Demon. But if you absolutely want to, or out of desperation, if you need to,
Sorry, I have
go
to.
ahead and use it.
It's perfect.
Okay.
It's double.
One of us dropped the smoke, and I said that's fine. And as it
What?
turns
I
out,
thought I
the
got her.
second spawn is also the mine. And I did my ult. See,
I got it.
everything in the smoke. Drop everything in the smoke. So now everything's so chaotic.
I got the Tengu.
There's a second or third smoke.
Everyone
I
is
can't really quite see.
Smoke now.
But see how we managed just
I
fine,
have a smoke.
Okay.
as long as we stay in the
I'm
smoke
going.
at the safe zone.
Yep.
Now I knew the outpost is under attack. It's the third wave, so I hit straight out to the outpost, and the
I'm right
first
behind you, bro.
thing I did is to drop the smoke at the safe zone and try to secure the circle. And I called out for help. I said I need someone to take care of the disciples. And once the disciple is taken care of,
I'm hitting him.
it's time to
Get out.
go straight for the Crow Demon. I did an ult because just to
Here.
keep everybody's health topped
Damn
up
it, I hit it on
with
accident.
the
Sorry.
Crow Demons at large. So once that is clear, it's time to finish off the
Here,
difficult
got him.
purple Elder Oni attacks here.
I got him.
Okay, awesome shit. I
Ooh,
still have my health regen. Go pick up bombs.
I used it on
Again,
accident.
communication is key. I told the team here that I still have my health regen. This team did very well against the Crow Demon waves,
I'll see if I can
so
buy the,
I tell them
fire
what I
regen.
still have, and
As soon as
that way, if somebody else still has an opening to purchase a gift, they could go ahead. The most important gift from the gift shop is quite, you know, it's obviously the health regen. It's preferable that the hunters or the non-rodent
I think, during
teammates
the
pick
last
up
one,
health
but I'll
regen
see
so
if it's
that,
available.
you know, if they feel that
Yeah,
they're in
that's
danger,
the other one.
they can just pop it
Yeah, I
anytime
can't.
they want.
Have to get the other one.
Okay, I'll go to
I got
camp.
fire. Okay, I'm right here too. I'll go to camp.
The second most useful
I have smoke.
gift to get from the gift shop is the igniting enemies on fire.
Smoking out.
And this is perfect because the next bonus objective is to kill enemies with fire.
No problem.
So here we are again. Drop the smoke at the safe zone. Get rid of the disciples, which Alex here can very easily deal with his blowgun. I drop a smoke. I did an alt. Again, all within the smoke. This is so important
Coming.
in a Platinum 7 run.
Oh, I obliterated that dude. I'll get them.
Okay. Get out.
Fire.
Hab ich nicht.
Who's still alive?
So we did ran into an
there.
intense moment in our run over here. I knew the camp was nearly clear, but there was one loose enemy somewhere. However, the mine was almost overwhelmed, so I told Alex to stay there to find the last enemy while I go to the mine
I need a
to try and secure it from being overrun.
stuck.
Oh, I
And
got
the
him.
first thing I did was to throw a flash
this
because
guy
there were
anyway.
way
He's in
too
camp
many
this time.
enemies for me to
Help. Real help in the mine.
I'm coming.
kill
Stay
them,
in the circle.
and
I'm coming.
the disciple was still
I'm here with
active,
you.
so there
Here's
was
fire,
no
here's
way
fire.
I
No,
could
I need the disciple dead.
to start
getting him.
attacking
Where's the disciple?
enemies
On
without
the top of
He's
the
up
tower.
top.
getting hit and share the wounds with everyone. So I threw a couple of
He's dead,
flash
he's dead.
bombs to stun them, so they
Here.
will not be able to attack me for a brief period of time. And I started calling out for help. I said, I have to hold the circle because it was about to be overrun and I couldn't
He's dead.
get the disciples. So teamwork is so important here. They did, someone did take out the disciple and we were able to very closely get this wave
We got
done.
it.
So this is how communication and teamwork is so essential. Remember to always look out for the disciples.
11.
Try your best to remember the order of the disciples' locations.
I'm gonna go to
It's
the
all
different
in the
spot.
guide that I've written.
Oh, wait. Christy's over there.
Yeah, I'm at outpost.
Okay.
Now, because of the very chaotic last
Okay.
wave,
I'll go to camp.
uh,
Me and Christy will go to camp.
everything was such a mess, so we ended up switching buddies for a brief period of time. But it doesn't matter. What's most important is to always have a buddy with you wherever you go. So for this
disciple.
wave alone, it was me and Sofian here, and then Chrissy
Nice.
and Alex
Go get
went
him.
to defend the camp. And then once the mine is done, it was time to go to the
Go get him.
outpost. We stick to the same buddy, and that's how, you know, we always go in pairs. We try not to
wait,
split
Benny's
up.
there.
We try not to go
Yeah,
to one zone alone
Okay,
as
I'll
much
stay
as
here.
possible.
He's behind.
And
You can carry over.
see how everyone, when we go to a zone, we always automatically
shit, I
go
just
to
got
the
hit by
safe
that.
zone and drop the
Somebody down
smoke
there?
there, nowhere
Right in the
else.
middle?
This is how we have to play custom Platinum 7.
Smoke.
Okay. I'm stuck.
I can come. I'm coming.
Oh, and another thing that I keep forgetting to mention is how whenever I am in anywhere, I try to crouch as much as possible. For a couple of reasons. The one is when you crouch, as a Ronin, when you crouch
You wanna
and
smoke
you
first?
start throwing bombs, you actually have a faster rate of throwing bombs. So the more bombs you throw, the more damage the enemies
Okay,
receive.
I'm on my way.
The second reason for crouching is so that you do not block the views of your hunter teammates who
Okay.
needs the line of
Yep.
sight for them to fire their headshots
I got it.
and to build their resolve. As a Ronin, your main goal is to rebuild resolve as much as possible to heal your teammates, whereas the main bulk of the kills in a Hidden Heart challenge map is to kill the enemies, and in most cases to kill the enemies is to use your ultimate ability as a
I
hunter.
got him. I got him.
So this is how we split the share of the load,
Yep.
and if you're playing the Ronin, as much as possible, try to crouch.
Geh mal ein bisschen
Only
weg
if
von
you're
mir.
running, then you know go in a standing position.
Bubble. I got.
Nice. Ooh, well done,
Oh,
So
I ended
another
up in the tent.
boss wave is cleared, and as you can see,
Say so.
I wasted no
Yes, I
time
love when
and go
Infinite
straight
does
to the
that.
gift shop
I'll go
to
purchase.
purchase a health regen. I used it earlier.
Gift shop.
I can't remember if it was the last
Ooh.
wave or the
Yes,
previous wave,
there's,
but I used it,
munitions everywhere.
and
Love it.
right away, during this time,
You're
don't
welcome.
just stay there to
Yes,
rest. I know
appreciate you. Pieces of candy everywhere.
custom Platinum 7 match like this is very intense and exhausting, but you know, this is one of the best times to start purchasing stuff from the gift shop, especially health regen and igniting enemies.
So now it's outside,
The
right?
next bonus objective is to kill enemies outside the defense
Yeah, we'll
zone.
get it.
It's not as difficult as you may think. All you really got to do is just to keep the same rotation,
Yep.
drop the smoke
I see.
at the same safe spot, and then start attacking enemies when they're outside. It's okay if a couple of them start creeping into the zone because there is 3 waves, and there's always the next wave to complete the objectives. So
Ich rauche als
just
erstes.
stick to the same rotation, the same strategy, and you should be
He
doing
followed
fine.
me. I'll
Double
kill
wipe.
outside.
Ghost down and on me.
Oh wow, what the hell?
Oh, I'm gonna get stuck.
Where are you?
Yeah, I
I'm
got you,
stuck
I got
right
you,
here,
I
Benny.
got you, I got you, I got you.
Thank you.
So Alex is a very experienced player.
Thank you.
He knows what will happen to him. He did his ult, and
gonna
he
go
was
pick up.
in
You guys
an
okay?
exposed area outside of the safe zone, and
After this,
he knew that he was going to
Uh-oh,
be
go ahead,
trapped
go ahead.
by the red bubble. So he
I have,
tell me right away,
regen
and I
as
can
well,
look out for him. And this is how, you know, communication is so
One,
important,
5 more.
especially, you know, with the buddy that you're
I'm gonna
playing
pop
with.
regen.
Go ahead, do it.
And Alex sensed that we were getting attacked by enemies and everybody's health is getting low. I was in an inconvenient spot to do my ult, so he just popped his health regen, and I said, don't worry, just use it if you
Where's
really
the other
need
one
to.
up there?
We just have to be more careful with the remaining health regen, whoever has it.
What's the
I'll get this one.
Outpost.
I have no smoke.
See now? I do.
I'll go. Oh no, no, you guys are good. You guys are go.
You guys should go.
Um,
Yeah, we're
I'll
good.
use
We're
my
good.
smoke.
Again, communication is key.
Should
For
Ich hab-
myself and
Oh,
Alex,
I'm gonna
we
get
used
this
our
one.
smoke
You know,
bomb
also
earlier, so we don't have a smoke bomb
get
to
this one
tackle
right
the
here.
first wave. So Sofian and Chrissy,
I'll go get it.
their smoke bomb would have cooled down by then, so that's why they went to the first one.
What?
And Alex and I
Here,
will stay
smoke.
to do the second, and we'll see who has the smoke
it.
available for the third spawn.
Nice. Okay, I got my smoke here.
I'm stuck. Nope, never mind.
Camp.
You're good.
Camp. Mine.
Mine, go.
Corruption.
Okay, the camp is
I
good.
have no smoke.
I just used mine, yeah. I will try to buy
Okay.
health regen now.
I got the regen.
So at this point, I could see that 3 people
I have
are
nothing.
going to defend the mine, so I felt that it's not necessary to have all 4.
Thank you.
So I took this time to try and purchase the health regen again because I used it earlier, and
I'll get these.
I
I'm
saw
gonna stay
that
inside.
the health regen was not available, and I told them that I'm going to the outpost to purchase it. And I see that
Got
the
him.
cooldown, I needed
me
to
out.
wait one more wave for it to
Oh, shit,
cool
shit,
down,
shit, shit.
for it to be purchasable again, so I ran
Oh.
around, and well, looks like somebody got hit pretty bad, and I had no smoke,
hit him.
so I ran to the nearby tent to do my ult to heal everybody. And even if I had the smoke at this time, I wouldn't smoke
Ooh,
at the
that
gift
was
shop
close.
to
That
do
was
the
close,
ult. I would save it
Almost
and
fucked me up.
go to a safe spot, and in this case, the tent nearby
Okay.
the outpost was the perfect spot
We did,
to do my ult.
Alex.
And
I'm
that's
going.
what I did. And now the
I gotta
final
try and
wave
pick up.
begins.
Yeah.
Oh, last wave already.
Yep, we got this, dude.
Okay, it's not mine. I'll go over because I have to smoke.
Okay, I got the smoke for the next one.
Ich hab keine auch.
Ich hab auch.
At this point, I knew that they had a rough previous wave and they might have used their smoke, so I offered to go over to provide some smoke cover if I could. And not sure if you saw it over there, but I was crouching, so I do not block Chrissy, who is playing the hunter, her line of sight to fire her arrows. And it seems like the first wave, they're doing quite fine. The second wave was the outpost. Alex was by himself, so I ran back to be his buddy again and
Let's go to camp.
drop the smoke and started attacking the enemies.
Ich hab
Perfect.
Near the tent. Near the tent. Alex. Yeah. Careful. Watch
Got it,
out.
I got it.
Be
Thank you.
mindful
I'm going.
of the modifier for wave 15.
Watch out
It's
for the
eruption, so the enemies will blow up after you kill them. So don't stay at one spot,
Guys are
keep
good.
moving around to try and avoid as much of the exploding bodies as possible.
I don't have it. Watch out.
Watch out for exploding bodies. Oh shit.
There, bow.
There. Okay.
Hey,
Yes!
let's fucking go. Watch out, hey, where's the disciple?
Oh yeah. Don't
Fuck her.
relax it. Don't relax.
And on a very final note,
Just come. Oh, there she is.
beware the disciples because
Get
they
her.
tend to run about even after clearing the
You see that
boss
shit?
wave, and
Yeah.
there is a possibility of
I've
them
seen that and
killing one of
somebody's
you and disrupt
died.
the whole
And they
bonus
died,
objective
and
of no
they
ghost
get the
wounded.
reward.
So
Yeah, because you
don't
see
relax
what she
stress
did.
yet
That's,
until you
they're
see
supposed to fix
this
the
result
glitch,
screen.
But,
And I was
yeah,
quite
I've noticed that she
happy
comes back to
that
life at
we
the
were
end of
able
the
to
run.
get this done in as little tries as possible. I think it was only like 5 free tries.
nice. Thank
And yeah, that's it. That's all the
have
commentary
no
I
idea.
can
Seriously?
give
Okay.
I'll
for
take
this run that I
That
did
didn't
very
feel
recently.
too
I hope this is a
too bad.
good guide and a
No.
good help for you.
I didn't feel
it-
like
and I
oh,
wish
we
you
were, we were
good luck
close once.
in getting your hidden heart.
I'm gonna
And
fix
that's
Alright,
this call
peace.
real quick.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
These tales.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank
Welcome.
you.
There you go. Your toothpicks.